so much. That's all my questions. But now we have questions from the audience. The first one is, how as a board member will you engage staff? It's up for anybody. The question is, how as a board member will you engage staff?
Basically, we have very limited responsibilities as being one person of a 7-member board. We have limited authority here to come into this community college and direct people to do anything. We have to rely on the college president to carry on the wishes, and by delegating different authorities to different department heads to have the staff complete different assignments. But for us to come in, individually meet with different staff members, that's not our job. What we could do as a trustee, at least what I would have to look at, is maybe we would have open door meetings to come in and to listen to concerns, listen to issues that are out there, and be more or less your ombudsman as far as going to the college president and say, listen, we might have a problem here. We have maybe some issues in different departments. Staff have concerns about certain areas, and I think you as the president should listen to them. But as far as us getting involved, no, that's not our job. We are just more or less the legislators on a 7-member board. We have to take and handle other different issues. But I'm open to an open door policy to have meetings and listen. Thank you.
I have deep roots here, and I have deep friendships here on staff. And so when the new president was elected, I went up to her and I said, you know, I said, in past presidencies, it was hands off the Board of Trustees. They didn't want us to talk to the trustees. They didn't want us to contact the trustees. And I said, I think that that's not right, because we are elected officials. And just like aldermen in the cities, staff and faculty should feel confident coming and talking to us about concerns. That's the only way that we find out about things at the college. We can't just find out about things through reports we get at the board meeting. That, I'm sure, to a certain extent has been filtered. We need to get out and talk to staff and find out what's actually going on. And the way to do that is be accessible. Go to orientation, go to student poetry readings, be on campus, be accessible. Let staff know that you are accessible and you do want to listen. And then you talk to the president about it, and you let people know, you know, if you have a real concern about this, I'm going to talk to the president about it, because the president wants to know these things, but maybe because you're familiar with me and you know me and you know you're bringing your concern to me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share it. And I think that's the best way to stay involved with staff as well as students.
I think the process comes much earlier than just after the fact. I think the important thing is having staffing policies and hiring policies that result in the cream of the crop coming here to teach. That means that it's not after the fact, it is before the fact. That you hire people and give them the deserved wages, deserved motivation, deserved requirements for them to do a good job. So in that respect, the policies are reviewed at the board level. We can sit down with HR. HR can make a presentation on hiring, qualifications, job descriptions, etc. And that is where I think in the beginning we need to emphasize getting the good people in here and make sure market research is being done in terms of comparative analysis. After the fact, I am in a way coming from my school of thought, a little bit more systematic than I would say average person. Because ad hoc comments can lead to wrong impressions. So we have to, as much as possible, formalize with management a system where we can really have a place for staff to have their issues aired openly without the fear of being taken as a negative. So we need to formalize on one hand. On the other hand, it's also important to have the pulse of the students and the pulse of the community. In just last 2 weeks, having interacted with a lot of people, I came across many issues that I feel needs further evaluation. So in my opinion, staffing early on is the key. Then making sure that we have formalized communication without the fear of anybody getting questioned about it. And thirdly, direct dialogue with the concerned parties, all the stakeholders. And quality of education, I think, is the key, and that is the emphasis that we should put with the staff. And we have to be having an open ears for their requirements. So that is the way I would think we should proceed with the staff. Staff should feel comfortable with any level of management. And that is also a cultural change that we have to bring in. Or it may exist, but I do not know, but it needs to be further enhanced. Thank you very much.
Thank you.